Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Boström. I'm a project assistant at FEANTSA, which is the European Federation of National Organizations working together to end homelessness. So our work on housing, renovation, and energy concentrates on the risks and opportunities of the energy transition for the most vulnerable people and the vulnerable households. And I will talk a bit about our vision for what the realization of a socially just European Green Deal could look like. A core element of the Green Deal is to achieve a massive improvement in the energy efficiency of buildings, which is reflected in the current EU policy through the European renovation wave strategy. And that's the thing I'll be focusing on. At FEANTSA, we see the renovation wave that it has potential to bring not only environmental gains, but it can also help address housing exclusion and create a more socially just society. This could be done through providing opportunities of renovating unfit housing and thereby creating improved and better living conditions, which in turn could generate important social, health, and economical benefits for lower income and vulnerable households. It also has the potential to encourage just energy transitions within households. Recent research shows that if well designed, the renovation wave has the potential to cut low-income households' energy costs by a third and ensure that the most vulnerable have access to clean, affordable energy, live in energy-efficient homes, and can lift people out of energy poverty. However, in its current form, the initiative lacks some adequate tools to deliver the needs for the most vulnerable. So some elements of change that we see is needed to reach this potential. It has to target first and foremost inadequate housing for lowest income groups and household that faces energy poverty, particularly now in the context of increasing energy prices and inflation. So a concrete element of change would be more targeted funding for hard to reach and at-risk households. So European funding such as the Recovery and Resiliency Facility, the Social Climate Fund, the Cohesion Policy Funds should all need to earmark more funding for renovation, particularly for these households and social housing, worst performance buildings, and just unfit housing. And there should also be an establishment of something like a dedicated EU Cold Homes Fund to publicly fund the renovations of these vulnerable households. In addition to that, as mentioned before, the strategy also needs to include tools, social safeguards, to prevent it from contributing to increased housing and then in the long-term renovations. So we also want to see a ban on renovations and just tools for avoid becoming an instrument of gentrification.